guys, it's Nancy here, and I'm back with another process video for you, and this is another one in my February blog post series for Hey Little Magpie. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know I'm using the My Mind's Eye by the Sea collection, and I'm trying to scrap a lot of the photos from my whale watching trip. This one I wanted to do on a slightly different theme. I wanted to do about my boyfriend, because I took quite a few pictures of him, of him taking pictures, or of him against the beautiful blue sky and the blue sea. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating a photo collage here, and I just gutted out my some white cardstock, which I'm going to use to frame this layout as well. I'm just going to use that to create my photo mat. And so I'm using 3 pictures of him and then a picture of us holding hands over the barriers, over the kind of railing of the boat. And I really like how these are kind of different tones of blue again. I mean, they're not all perfect photos, but I think they kind of capture the moment and things. So I really enjoyed doing sort of the larger photo clusters on these layouts, because it just means that I can get more photos scrapped. I think I have now done 25 layouts for my American album, and I have not even made a dent in the photos. I've yet to sort out what photos I want to use in layouts and what I want in pocket pages. I really need to do that. I've done that last time when making my albums, and it just made things a lot simpler. So, I knew that I wanted to use one of the die cuts, which said something about want to know how much I love you, or something, count the waves in the ocean, something like that. And that came in the Fancy Pants collection. And there also was this large word or script piece saying him. And I wasn't really sure how I was going to use that within these nautical layouts, but I decided this would be a perfect way to use it, so I'm going to use that as part of my title. So I've just gone through my stash here, and as you know, I've kept it all in this little tin, and I've pulled out a lobster. So I am going to put a subtitle on here saying my lobster, because of course lobsters, you know, mate for life and all that. So kind of worked in my brain when I put it on there, and it really just brings in that pop of red. So I had this scrap of paper, and I'm trying to work out how I want to use it on here, if I want to use it as a full piece, as a strip, or what. So I'm just trying to work out, and by this point I was kind of getting towards the end of my papers. I knew I wanted to use this piece for background because it's actually got a nice wood grain with the sort of navy on. It's a really beautiful colour. It was going to work with lots of the embellishments as well. And so I'm just going to play about moving bits around, but eventually I'm going to be happy with just putting that red at the bottom, because it's just going to help balance out everything. And I said I do really like how that looks. So I'm now just looking through some other bits and pieces in my stash, moving a few bits about, just seeing if there's something else I could find if I wanted to use some more of that red paper. When you're using like a really large photo mat, it does kind of minimise what embellishments you can use, because of course, you know, you've used up a lot of the paper real estate. But I find it's good that if you've got photos which have got kind of dead space in, or, you know, points that are not really interesting, you can easily cover those up. And I said, like, over in the background of that top one there's like a boat and stuff, which is not really important, so you can kind of tell we're at sea. So I don't mind just covering that up. And actually this layout was really quick. It took me just over 20 minutes, because actually once I decided what I was going to do and what photos, the longest actual part of this was the title. And faffing around with the fonts and stuff, and I didn't have the fonts that I wanted, so that kind of delayed things a bit. So I'm just looking through the stickers that came with the collection and seeing if I can add one to something, just because I know I want to include something else at that point. So I pulled off one of the stickers with like a little what's it called? It's like a compass on it. And I've used a couple of the label stickers. I have a wood veneer piece as well that I was thinking on using, but I don't end up using that because I don't want to have more than one on. So that top photo kind of works pretty perfectly. I'm just going to shove the whole layout down a tiny bit because when I stuck it down, I stuck it up a little bit higher. And that just means that I can put that him die cut without it overlapping actually over my boyfriend's head or anything. I don't mind it being in the sky, didn't really want it covering him. And with the lines on here, makes it perfect for just adding my title. And I'm going to use several fonts for this. So I'm going to put love him. I did want to say I love him, but I didn't have an I. I'd already used that up, so I was just like, okay, it kind of makes sense. I'm just going to go with it. I did debate cutting up like the L, or there was another letter that I was going to cut, and I just thought, oh, I just can't be bothered. So, that's fine. I can live with it. It doesn't bother me too much. It might bother some other people, but hey ho. So, this piece is not going to have much journaling on it because it's just, yeah, just is what it is. It kind of says it on the title. And I'm going to have talked about in the other layouts in this section about, you know, the gift from my boyfriend of this whale watching trip. So it kind of like talks about, and this is just a bit of a lovely layout, just saying, oh, aren't you lovely? So, and I've got like some Valentine's collection, so I'm sure I will be scrapping some Valentine's-y kind of like loved up pictures, but for now this will do. I've just pulled a little one off there which says best day from the Shine collection from Maggie Holmes, and then I'm just using these, which I've been using quite a lot lately because I've been using a lot of teal, and these are October afternoon alphas, and that's so I can just put it with all my, so it says love him with all my heart. I know it's not kind of lined up perfectly, but it kind of works for me and I'm okay with it, and at the end of the day that's what matters, if I like my layouts. So I'm just going to put a little subtitle down here which says my lobster. I just wanted to put the word lobster on the layout, to be honest, so it kind of made that lobster make more sense. So yeah, I'm just going to put that down the bottom, and that's just going to help draw that eye down as well to that bottom bit, because there wasn't really a cluster down there or anything. I had kind of 2 points of a cluster, and then with that title all together it kind of worked in quite well. So I'm just using my brush applicator glue there just to put some glue down on the back of that die cut, and I'm just sticking that in place. And so I really like how that works. And then using white around the whole layout kind of makes that title not look so stark, because with the white it did look a bit stark, but with the photo map being in white, the white around that text and the whole layout being surrounded in white, it actually kind of worked okay. So I'm just going through my die cuts here, seeing if there's anything else I want to add. I do end up finding this little life ring, and that's just going to bring a little pop of red down there, and I quite like how that looks. So I'm just going to stick that down. Like I said, it's super cute and just adds a little bit of embellishment there. So other than that, I'm just going to mount my layout up. And I think just call that a day. I said it was a super quick one. I did love the other side of this paper, but I love the other side even more. So thank you very much guys for watching. I've got one more video coming up in this series. Do go and check out the blog because you'll see all of the layouts there. So thank you very much guys, and speak to you all again soon. Bye!